Shalom everyone, it's called Torah, it's Tuesday at noon, and I hope each one of us enjoyed Purim. Today we would like to talk about Parashat Shmini, that really, literally it means the eighth, or the eighth day. And there are many things in Parashat Shmini. There is, at the beginning, it's really all about the Kohanim, and about their sacrifices and what they need to do and how they're going to really serve in the Mishkan, in the tabernacle. But really there is a part that I would like to discuss with you today, and this is the laws of Kashrut. One of the major parts of our Parsha is the laws of Kashrut. There is a list of the animals that are kosher and they are not kosher. We give the signs, we are giving the signs of how you identify a kosher animal and a non-kosher animal. Same thing with birds and fish and all the rest of the stuff that we know as kosher and non-kosher. And there's a very interesting discussion about the meaning of this mitzvah of kashrut, why it was given to us, what does it mean? And some rabbi says that it's really a chok, it's a law with no reason. Some rabbis will say that it's purify our body if we eat kosher, and many other reasons here and there. But today I would like to take a little bit of a different perspective on the laws of kashrut, and to call your attention to the first verse that in a way gives the introduction to the entire parsha of kashrut. And it says, "Vayedaber Hashem el Moshe vel Aaron le'emor aleim." And Hashem spoke to Moshe and Aaron to tell them. This verse, this statement that Hashem spoke to Moshe and Aaron, it's pretty rare in the Torah. We find it in only different places, like when Hashem told the Jewish people about the celebrating the new month, or about Pesach, or about specific impurity. But most of the time Hashem spoke to Moshe, and Moshe related to the Jewish people. It was not like Moshe and Aaron. And I think that there is a message there. There is a tremendous message. Because Moshe is obviously the symbol of the knowledge. Moshe was the one to convey the knowledge, the divine knowledge, into practicality. And Aaron was more, I would say, more into the feelings, the emotions, the will, trying to appeal to people, not necessarily through their cognitive abilities, but rather through their hearts, with love. Like the blessing for the Kohanim, Levarech et Amo Yisrael, to bless the Jewish people, be'ahava, with love. And it seems to be that this concept of kashrut has this duality between the cognitive capabilities and also the emotions, the understanding of the heart. So what is this concept of kashrut? So if I would like to go in history and go backwards, and to start with the first mitzvah that the Jewish people were commanded in Egypt, is basically HaChodesh Hazeh Lachem, to sanctify the new month. And from there, we went into the Paschal Lamb to make us a nation. Then from the Paschal Lamb, we went into the revelation at Sinai, we received the Torah. After that, we built the Mishkan, we built the tabernacle, and we became a nation that God really dwelt among us. And then, we have the concept of the Kohanim, God's servants and our agents, that are there to basically maintain, develop, and strengthen the relationship between Hashem and His people. But it's all good and nice. And now we have our own parsha that talks about kashrut. And I would like to suggest that the reason for kashrut does not really lies in the purification of the physical body, or the understanding that distinguish us from the other people that don't keep kosher. No. It's all true, but I would like to suggest a different perspective. I would like to say that, as we know, there is that phrase that you get to man's heart through his stomach. And really we know that food is an important thing, not only for us Jews, but for everyone. Food is important. But in a way, food is the most elementary, basic, animalistic thing that we need to have as people, just to sustain ourselves. We cannot sustain ourselves on what they say on love and air. We need food. Food is the most basic thing that we must have. And the Torah tells us, look, after I picked you up and I tell you you have the authority to sanctify the time, and after I, Hashem, picked you up and made you a nation, and after I revealed myself to you on Mount Sinai and gave you the Torah, and after I gave you the tabernacle and I'm dwelling among you like neighbors, it's all great in the theoretical realm, but now I would like you to implement my values in the most basic animalistic need that you need to have as humans, namely food. I am not sure that eating a tiger or a lion will make me a hunter, like the Ramban suggests. I'm not sure. I'm sure that God, with His great wisdom, when He told us what to eat and what not to eat, was obviously good for us, health-wise and spiritually as well. But I'm not sure. I never tasted a tiger, so I'm not sure if it's good or not. Perhaps it's not. But the thing is that what the Torah is telling us is basically, the Torah teaches us that even when it comes to food, and you would think, what the Torah has anything to say about food? You just eat. The answer is, Hashem has something to say, even about the most mundane, simple, basic thing. Being holy is not only when God revealed Himself on Mount Sinai. It's not only when God comes to us and says, Jew, you have the authority over time. It's not only when Hashem dwells among us, but it's where we sit in a restaurant. It's where we sit at home. It's where we are on our way somewhere. And we know we can't eat everything. We know not everything that is available is really available for us. Our uniqueness, our special way that we live our life always remains with us wherever we go, and even in the most basic things that we do. And this is the tremendous message of Judaism. It's not only the sublime, in the abstract, in the theory. It applies to the most simple, basic things that we do. And this is the message of today. We'll talk again next week.